Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to add an introduction to your LiveText portfolio. You will go into LiveText, of course, and once you're in the LiveText account, log in your username and password, as I am doing this one. Okay, and when you first log in, you're going to see the dashboard. It'll have the courses that you're taking, as we've talked about before, as well as the professional dispositions. Again, ignore the professional dispositions assessment, any of those that you might see. Okay, you're going to have only one candidate portfolio on your screen, so you will click on the Continue Assignment button. Once you do that, it will take you into your LiveText account. You're going to click on LiveText Docs, and you probably should only have your portfolio in there, and there won't be all this other stuff like I had mentioned in the other recording. This has been going on for a long time, so there's a lot of things in here, but I'm going to just pick a portfolio, and you will pick your own, and you will be coming to the home page of your portfolio. Make sure that your name and your major and or minor are listed up at the top. And like if you're secondary education, do history secondary education. If you're technical education, say technical education. If you have a major of elementary education and a minor in ELL, you can put that in the title also. If you don't have your name and your major and minor up here, if you have a minor, that's okay. You can click on the Document Properties button right here, and it'll pull it up, and you will just change the title. And once you've changed it to your name and your major and or minor, then you will click on Save, and that will correct it, just in case you forgot to do that when you created your portfolio. Okay, like I said, this is our home page basically of the portfolio. The conceptual framework is the first menu item under this page list, and this is just good information for the person that is reading your portfolio. It gives all of the Athens State College of Education conceptual framework, what the goals and professional dispositions are that Athens State tries to produce in its future teachers. So you don't do anything with this at all. It is just there for the reader. Most people in North Alabama already know the conceptual framework or have a pretty good idea what the conceptual framework is of Athens State, but you might be applying for a job in Mobile and they may not have that information. So this is just something for them to read. Tonight, in this virtual session, the only thing that we're going to talk about is the candidate introduction. So I'm going to click on the menu item, and this page will come up. Now there are 3 different folders in sections in this portfolio candidate introduction. You are not going to worry about the mission and resume. You'll do that before your internship submission, and the teaching philosophy, you will do that during your internship also. So these 2 parts, don't even worry about it. That's toward the end of your time at Athens State in the College of Education. What we're going to talk about tonight is, and I keep saying tonight, and you may be listening to this in the morning, is the candidate introduction. And the candidate introduction has ED 301 submission requirements. So it already tells you that this has to be part of your ED 301 portfolio. The information that you see in the front of your screen here is just basic what an introduction should be about. It gives you actual suggestions that you can include in your introduction. Honestly, everyone stresses about writing an introduction. They don't mind introducing somebody else, but when it comes to introducing themselves, they sort of go in panic mode. This is a beginning effort. You are probably going to change this before you submit it to a principal to look at, but you might write a great introduction right off the bat, and that's good. You can always make changes, corrections, or leave it just as it is. You are going to leave the title, Candidate Introduction, ED 301 Submission Requirement. You're going to leave that right now. Don't take anything out. But let's say you just had to change it and you wanted to put Candidate Introduction of and then your name. You certainly could do that, but some people get a little industrious and they start changing things they shouldn't. So you might want to ignore doing that at this point. But right now we have information about what should go in the candidate introduction. That's all well and good. We've read it. We know what we need to do. We've gone into our Word. We've typed up a beginning effort on our introduction, possibly including the 4 bulleted points that are listed here. This should be a professional introduction, folks. It doesn't need to be, I love to swim at the, go to the beach and lay in the sand. It's not. This is an educational portfolio, so it needs to be as professional as you can get it as a first effort. To change what is in this section, Candidate Introduction, you click on Edit. And everything that you're going to be doing in your portfolio from this time forward, you will do through the Edit. You will see in this text box the directions and suggestions for doing a candidate introduction. What you're going to do is you're going to select it, and I just usually hit the delete button, but the backspace will work, and one of my little bulleteds left there, so I deleted it. So now you have a blank text box. I just took it from my discussion introduction. I'm going to my Word document. I'm copying it. Then I'm going to go back to my candidate introduction text box, and I'm going to do Control V. You can also click on the paste button, but Control V makes sure that it gets in there right. And there's the introduction, and you've got it in there. So you've written it in Word, you've copied it, you Controlled V into the text box, and it is there. Now this is going to be very important from day one in your portfolio. When you add or make any changes in your portfolio, always click on this Save Changes. People get real excited and they go right out of it and then it's not there. But if you will just get in the habit of clicking on Save Changes, and as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm going to say I'm done, so I'm going to click on Save and Finish. It will pop you back to the introduction, and you'll notice there's my introduction in the text box. So that is how easy it is to get it in there. The hardest thing is going to be writing it. I understand that, but just best effort. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nice to be able to not find any typos or spelling errors or grammar errors, so work on that. If you're not good in that area, find a friend or family member that is and have them read it before you actually put it in your portfolio. There's another thing you can add to your portfolio in the candidate introduction section if you would like. This is not a have to, but you can add a photo of yourself. It needs, again, headshot, professional, not a selfie taken at the local bar. You got the idea. It really needs to be just you, not your family, just you. So if you don't have one, get a friend to take a picture of you, and like I said, a shoulder headshot is always the best. Again, I know you're proud of your family, your husband, your spouse, your wife, your children, but that doesn't need to go into a professional portfolio. But to add a photo, you'll notice under the text box it says Inserted Image. You're going to click on Edit, and I bet I don't have a photo. Let me see if I can find one here. Well, I'm just going to pick something. This isn't photo, but you have a photo on your computer. You're going to go to the right and click on Upload New File. I'm not going to pick one of these below. You're going to click on Upload New File. You are going to browse your computer And let me see if I can find something quickly. I try to get everything together and I don't always get everything together. Let's see, let's see, let's see. See, I've got some pictures. Well, just for fun, I'm going to pick my granddaughter. I certainly don't look like my granddaughter. I'm going to select the photo I want to put in here. I'm going to open it. It will go into this browse your computer to upload. Takes it a minute or two, so don't get anxious. It's still uploading. And now it is there. Now this is the photo. I don't want original because it's huge. It would be huge. So I'm going to, oh no, okay, it's saying, okay. You can put it to the left of your text, the right of your text, above your text, or below your text. I'm going to choose below text. This is a small photo anyway. Always pick small. If you get an option of large, medium, small, or thumbnail, pick the small and then it won't be huge in your portfolio. Initially, the original, this one I don't think is that big. So we are going to, like I said, get used to do this. Save changes. And then we're going to do save and finish. It'll pop us back to the home screen for the introduction. And okay, so now I have my introduction with this lovely photo of my oldest granddaughter. So, and you're done. That is it, and that's all you have to do for introduction. Going to quickly go through this again. Edit. You're going to have your Word document of your introduction already written. You're going to copy it. You're going to come into the text box, delete everything that is in there initially. Then you're going to Control V your introduction, and you are going to do Save Changes. If you decide you want to add a photo, you're going to click on Edit. You can upload a new file, new photo. Do that. Browse your computer, find it, open it, and then it'll take it a minute or two to download. You save changes and save and finish, and that's all you have to do. And I am done with this one. The next virtual session that we will do will be about adding artifacts and rationales to your portfolio. I'm going to log out, and we're done.